Welcome back. What I notice in society is that what they're doing is they support the weak, right? They push the weak, right? The weak people are getting praised, put up there on a pedestal, the weak men, while the strong men are being put down, right? And not praised, right? We don't push the strong men, but they push the weak men up there, right? And for that, I don't think that is a very viable way of advancing society because, look, in order to survive, right, you are only as strong as your weakest link, right? Meaning that your weakest link is the one that holds you down. So why is society only pushing the weakest link, like praising the weakest link, like for example, giving people participation trophy when they don't deserve it, right? Everybody get a trophy. Vote for the weak men, put them in the weak position, take the weak men, put them in a strong position. But the strong men, we don't want that. We berate them, we chastise them, we clown them, right? Those are the key ingredients to destroy society, right? In order to survive in nature, you gotta be strong. But how do you survive in nature or survive if you putting weak people in this high position? Look at them, America, right? They voting for all these weak people, weak politicians, right? They put all these weak politicians to make all these weak laws to advance the weak people, while all the strong people, get shunned, right? And who are voting for these weak people? Right? I don't want to say it, these liberal people, liberal mind. The liberal are the weakest link in society. Right? They don't understand that. You want to join the strongest party in order to survive. And what is people doing right now? They join the weakest group of people out there. And not only that, they're inviting illegal immigrants, not the strongest immigrants, right? The policy sucks because they incentivize the weakest people to come over, right? While the strongest people, they're pushing them over. They won't accept them. We're accepting the weakest people of other country, right? We accept the weakest people of other country, the people with no skills, doesn't speak our language, right? Cannot contribute to our society in America, cannot do anything, right? We bring them over while we neglect the strong ones. Alright? The people that don't contribute nothing. Right? And those are the key ingredients to destroy our society. Right? You don't see in nature, you don't see weaklings out there surviving. They usually get taken out by Mother Nature. Right? The runt of the litter, right? The weakest cub in the batch, right? The weakest puppy. Right? Mother Nature usually kill them off. Right? No, but in modern day society, it's totally backwards, right? We make laws to incentivize weak beta males, right? I don't do that. The society elect weak leaders to incentivize weak policies, right? That's what I'm talking about. This society we living in is more geared towards the weak people. While the strong people get nothing. Right? And it's foreshadowing what the direction of society and how they are going. Right? We see all this societal collapse that's happening right now. Because we're pushing the wrong agenda, the wrong message, catering to the wrong group of people. In a real life scenario, society collapse, right? Who's gonna be the first one to go? Or it's all these weak people. Right? This weak blue pill beta male simps out there. They're gonna be the weak ones. Alright? That's what we're doing in today's society. They prop up the weak and stomp on the strong. Making all these weak laws to while people who deserve it, they don't respect that. Right? They have all these affirmative actions, right? That incentivize all these weak people in this prominent position, while the people who qualified for it, they don't get nothing. Right? The people who bust their butt for it, who climb up the ladder, who dedicate all their time to get the high position, and when they finally get to that positions, right, they were told that you're overqualified, you can't get this, right? While they promote the people that didn't even qualify for it, weak, right, didn't put that much effort, they put them in that position. Now, how is that feasible in the future? It is not, right? And this is what's going on in society right now, and people are not addressing it. I'm here to put this thing in the ether right now. Right? This message needs to be put in the ether so people can comprehend what's going on right now. Right? Because people are being electing all these weak politicians, making all this weak policy, destroying the sanctity of marriage and all this stuff just to benefit the weak. Right? There's nothing going to change. It looks bleak. It looks frail. The future doesn't look good at all because we have weak leadership. They rigged, RIG an election to put this weak leader in there who's making this country a disaster. And people aren't seeing this. Look at inflation rates going up. The bank crisis is collapsing, right? The bank's collapsing. The economy is collapsing. Jobs are diminishing, right? Jobs are diminishing. Home prices is going up. People wages going down, right? Due to this weak policy that they're pushing up in there. And people can't see that. They're too asleep. They're too occupied by the Roman circus from what's going on right now. And people need to understand that. And people don't see that they're voting for weak leadership right now. We don't need that in America, right? In order to survive, we need strong people, right? In a leadership position, in a sport position, who do you put as captain? The weakest person as the captain. You don't put the weakest one. The weakest link don't lead, right? And that's what they're doing right now. People aren't seeing that. They put this unqualified people up there who think that they know what they're doing, when in actuality they don't know what they're doing. They're causing more harm, more destruction than they are benefiting the whole country right now. Right? And that's what's going on. Weak roles. Put people who aren't qualified into a prominent positions and telling them they could lead. And what's gonna happen? What's the outcome? Right? Crime, violence, chaos. Right? All these bad things. Murders. I said violent, right? Violence. All this stuff. Economic collapse due to weak policy. Because it's stemming from the fact that people don't want to be left out. People always want to be rewarded. People always want to be included, right? Inclusion, right? Instead of consequences and repercussions, right? They reward entitlements. They push entitlements, right? They're telling illegal aliens are entitled to be in America, while people who come to the border legally are not. The people who do it legally are pushed behind the line, and the people who do it illegally are pushed up front. The weak ones. In nature, the weak ones will the people who fail to come to the border, they all perish already because they're the weakest link. Right? It's like we're living in a bizarre world right now. And we're incentivizing these people to do that. Right? We're incentivizing weak people to come here. The people who aren't contributing to their own country decide to leech off of us. They're not even looking after their own people. This government that we have right now. Right? Now we are evolving into a weak society. Right? They're feminizing men. Right? Pushing to this weakness. Telling men that they're women. Right? Try to put strong, weak men into strong roles. Telling the army to accept all these stuff. Right? Pushing women into position of authority like police chief, police captains, right? When all the result of all that position is all disastrous, right? In Canada, they just had a all female police, not police, firefighters, and what happened? They burned up the fire. They burned up the woods. They had to have help, right? We have all these major cities from Seattle, Los Angeles, right? Detroit, Baltimore, right? They have police captains, right? A female police captain, and what happened? All the police precinct and all that stuff, right? All the police headquarters are all disaster, right? They were led by weak leadership, right? And all these weak mayors from Los Angeles, New York, Detroit, Baltimore, Washington D.C., Seattle. They have weak mayors who don't know what they're doing, and look what happened. It's disastrous right now because their people are voting for weak leadership, and they think weak leadership would help them, which is not. It's shown right now. They're blind by what they're seeing right now. They're not seeing it. They're not seeing the full picture. These Democrats are weak, frail people. They have a weak mindset. This is why we do not put weak people in prominent position, in leadership position. We put weak people. This is what you get: chaos. Right? This is what happened when we put weak people in leadership. We get the Ukraine war. Right? A war doesn't mean anything. We get a failing economy when we put a weak leader in office. And you think people are going to learn? No, people will only learn when they hit hard times. And these hard times will only build strong men. Good time will build weak men. In America, we've been going good time for so long. There's not that much bad time. Now bad time is coming. Now this is our time to rise up and be strong. All right? That's the only optimism I see when I see a bad time. All right? It's gonna curl out the weaklings, and only the strong survive. All right? And that's been going on for too long. They're putting weak people. All right? They're pushing weak people into strong position while they're waving out the strong people into the weak position. Now we can't. We are impatient. We don't have that much patience anymore. Strong people need to come up and put all these weak people down and take leadership position right now. Because at this time, at this rate, we cannot survive. We need to be strong. We need strong leadership in office. People who know what they're doing, right? People who understand that weakness is not the key of strength, right? But if I missed something, please leave a comment below. But right now, it's too vital for weak leadership. And people keep putting all this weakling in there. This beta male simp, right? Most of these politicians out there, they're beta male simp making all these weak laws. Right? They're voting for beta male simps in there. From Republican to Democrat. Right? There are weak Democrat and weak Republicans. There need to be more strong people out there who have a steady mindset. Right? But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another episode. On that note, peace and blessings.